Whoa! Welcome back to the Everyman Guys. I'm Jim.
I'm Will.
I'm Jake.
He's Ian.
I said
Easy.
a different name each time.
No one cares, Ian. Everyone's in a bad mood.
Well, I'm trying to lighten the mood.
Everyone's
you got
angry and mad.
Let Ian
especially Jeff.
guide us into
Alright.
Zen. Guide us into Zen, Nate. Do it now.
I'm not a Zen guy,
Okay.
but we're gonna just talk it over, okay?
Okay.
Okay, we'll talk through it.
So
Phillies are gonna lose. It's all over.
That's it. That's the end of it all.
So we just watched the Phillies game 3.
They just
Offense completely blanked out. Didn't do anything. Pitching was actually great, but I want to
know?
hear your biggest concern.
My biggest
after
concern?
game 3. Yes.
My biggest concern is this.
Jim, you go first.
Okay. I was going to take that one and just run with it for sure. My biggest concern is that we might win it in Philly instead of winning it in Arizona.
Yeah, that is.
I'm not scared
We're
at all.
talking about silver lining.
I'm annoyed because it was a winnable game. But you know what? They came out, they punched us in the face, and we lost the game to the Braves, and then we went and dominated, so it's fine.
I'll just say I am not scared. I think the pitching was phenomenal. Suarez, a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And like I think the whole hitting thing, I mean, it's got to be a momentum thing. Like I feel like, dude, the fact that the Diamondbacks did pretty much nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously,
Yeah.
Once you get going and it's like the crowd's in your favor and you have a chance to walk it off, of course you're gonna do something.
Right.
But I think what I'm looking at the silver lining is like they had home field advantage, they had all the momentum, and still didn't really do too much on offense. So that gives me hope. My biggest concern is our next two games in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, but tomorrow is a bullpen game for Arizona.
For
They
Arizona.
don't have a fourth starter. I mean, we don't. It's either
Yeah,
Taiwan,
it's
or
Taiwan or-
But
Christopher
we could
Sanchez.
just
We
score
have
like
options
6
and
runs
Lorenzen.
and then not have to worry about it.
But my one concern, I guess, is that we are going against Zach Allen in Game 5, Game 4, Game 5.
In Game 5, it's still be in Arizona, correct?
yeah.
But which is it's
But
not.
at the same time, game 5 we have Zach Wheeler,
Yeah.
and that.
And we hit
all
Zach Allen
I
well.
need is for Bryson Stott to step it up on hitting. That's it.
That's a good concern. Bryson
It is
Stott
a
as
good
a whole.
concern, and he has been probably the worst. But Bohm has also.
Bohm
looked
hasn't
very
been-
good.
Bohm has had his fair share of.
Bohm
of-
hasn't been great, but I think Stott's been
non-productivity.
in those positions where he just makes the worst decision possible.
Yeah,
You
no,
know-
agreed. But
we say
He's
The
like
fact-
he's like Real Muto early in the season when it was like Castellanos and Real Muto were struggling, but it was more Real Muto because he kept grounding into double
Yeah.
plays.
well, it's. I
Fair.
think it's also the fact that he's batting fourth right after Harper.
Yeah.
So it's just you don't even have to throw one strike to Harper.
Yeah.
Also-
Because they're not the least bit scared of Bohm.
Yeah, and it's like the comparison thing. Like everyone right now on the Phillies is being super productive, especially Harper, Schwarber, and Turner right now. So anyone that's less than that, you kind of are going to be more strict.
Yeah.
Because Bohm really has been decent.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't been terrible. Stott, I mean, he hit a grand slam in the playoffs, but after that hasn't really done too much.
Yeah.
But
Which
yeah,
is
I would-
funny
I
that
think
that was a first pitch swinging grand slam. And he
yeah,
hasn't
you'd
swung
think
at the first
he'd want to
pitch
do that.
since then.
The only other
Yeah.
times he swung first on the first pitch, it was like
Yeah.
low in
Yeah.
a ball.
one other thing is we say Rojas like we don't need him to hit, and we don't really because he's really good on
Yeah.
defense. But like step it up a little bit.
Yeah,
You're
that's
batting
fair.
.069.
Yeah,
That's-
at
that's
some
very
point
fair.
you're kind of wondering if Pache is a better option because if his offense is better than Rojas and his defense
It's close.
is
If it is close, I'm
is
saying.
comparable.
Yeah,
Is comparable
and it's
to
not
Rojas.
always that you need that
Yeah.
transcendent defensive player. Like
Yeah.
Rojas
Yeah.
Yeah.
say he made that catch against Acuna.
Not
And
that I
he's
have.
made a couple,
Yeah.
like he's
I
really
think
obviously he's amazing out there, but you don't always need that amazing.
in a big
center
moment, I
fielder.
wouldn't mind seeing Pache come up instead of Rojas.
Yeah, I
is
agree.
what I'll say. Starting wise, I don't care if Rojas starts. He's ninth. It's whatever. Our other guys got to keep hitting. Like I'm not counting on Rojas to get us
No,
wins,
I'm not
other
complaining
than
about our
his defense.
9-hole hitter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he just looks very, very uncomfortable. at the
This
plate.
game though is on Harper, Turner, Schwarber, Castellanos. Like they didn't do anything.
No.
Yeah.
It's
Jack's
easy
fine.
to say Stott and
That's-
Bone, but Harper didn't do anything. Well, he walked, but like
You just don't want to
Yeah,
get
and our early
Schwarber's-
run was on a passed ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Schwarber's
Which
got to
would
get.
not have scored because it went on to be a strikeout.
Yeah, on five, like you got to get on. Like their plan early on was to swing early. You could tell, but
You just
like-
don't want to get too comfortable.
Yeah.
And like that could be a fear that like they're
Yeah, yeah.
getting a little comfortable and they're well, we're gonna come back to Philly and be able to handle business there. Let's just
Yeah.
get through these games. Well, if you get too comfortable in that mindset, not that that's
what,
the
But, like,
case,
that's
but
like my concern is like our offense doesn't seem to travel as well.
yeah,
Like
but,
even in Atlanta, that one
Yeah.
game we didn't put up too many monster numbers in Atlanta.
yeah,
Then we come here first game and we put up 1 run on a pass ball, and it's like
yeah.
I don't know. It's just
Being up 2-1.
you can't always have the Phillies crowd behind you. So
Yeah, being up 2-1 and facing the pitching we're going to face tomorrow, I'm very confident. I'm very because like they played the Braves and had one of the most like, are you kidding me, losses
Right,
of the
right, right.
season.
yes,
A comeback and then a double play from the outfield, like that's, and then they scored 10 runs the next game. Like
No, I'm
I
not
don't.
the
I
least
have
bit,
no
like- Yeah.
concern.
I'm still very
not
confident,
scared.
too.
Walker's going to come out. He'll pitch 4. I think Sanchez pitches another 2 or 3. After that, I think they both go tomorrow.
I don't want to see Kimbrough. I actually don't.
I don't think that I know he wasn't very good tonight, but like I don't.
he wasn't
He
The
wasn't
great.
pitching
good
was
any other
fine.
night
He wasn't
either.
great the last
Here-
time
here's
either.
The
thing with
pitching has
Kimbrel
been
for me-
fine.
I'd rather him come in. I'd almost rather them flip flop him and Alvarado right now. Alvarado's coming in early 7th inning sometimes.
Yeah, but then he pitches the 8th though.
He does, but at the same time, he is complete shut down.
Yeah.
To where, like, yes, that's nice to have in the 7th and 8th inning, but
Yeah.
like tonight, we were in a 1-1 game. That would have been so nice to just have Alvarado come out, just shut it down, and go to extra.
Yeah, I think the one
There's
mistake
no real
that
concern with him.
Thompson made. Thompson hasn't made a mistake all. It's easy to say it's a mistake because he didn't do well, but like pitching Kirkland, I don't think Kirkland should be seen until like.
I agree with that.
Unless you're up 3 runs,
Yeah.
3 or 4 runs.
I
I,
mean-
don't like him coming in a 1-0 game where you barely got
It's just
that one
a
run
lot of pressure on him.
on a young
Yeah,
kid.
it's a ton.
I think that's
of
putting him in a
pressure.
position that he's not ready for.
You're putting him in a situation where it's like, don't lose the game for
Yeah,
us.
exactly.
It's
I
not
think-
like
I think,
coming out and
like,
winning.
he has proven that he is good and is going to be good.
Totally.
So
Yeah,
I
but he's
think
not ready
Thompson
for
put
that
him
moment.
in to see if he was ready for the big moment.
Yeah.
And obviously
But at the
he's not.
same time,
But-
you bring out the word proven. He's like, he hasn't even had 10 appearances yet.
Exactly.
He's not even like he's a rookie this year. Like
Exactly.
he literally just
Yeah.
just
into
came up.
MLB.
You're like get like if they're up 3 runs and they have a big, then okay. But
Right.
like you're up 1 run on a passed ball, and that next inning is so important. You want to come out and just dominate them, and you let up a run with Kirkland, like
Yeah.
3 straight hits. I just think that was
Yeah.
a little bit questionable, but. Like it's easy to question it right now. If he would have come out and struck out the side, then I would have been like, "What a move by Thompson!" Like,
Yeah.
I'm not mad at Thompson for that.
No, and even with the lineup like not hitting today, like a lot of people like even the last few games have questioned why Bohm hasn't been moved back.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in agreement with Rob Thompson for keeping the lineup. Like I don't see like
Schwarber
why
didn't-
would you
yeah,
change
why
it
would
now?
you change it? Like they just
I agree.
Schwarber didn't hit the
They've
first 2
dominated.
rounds in the leadoff position. Never said you need to switch Schwarber, and he started hitting.
Right.
So like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't think I would really
I'm a-
question at this point. Like they've been playing so well.
Yeah.
Like
I'm a ride with Topper, and it's people are like, oh, it's the Diamondbacks. Well, like it's the NLCS.
And
Did
they're
you ex-
halfway through the NLCS, 3
Yeah.
quarters of the way through playoffs, and they have 2 losses.
if
so
you're
far.
terrified, if you're terrified that the Diamondbacks might win right now, then you didn't have faith at any point in the season.
yeah, and this
You lost 1 to the Braves, and it was 1-1
so we've
to
played,
the Braves.
So we've
and
played,
you're worried
we
about
played
the
2 games in the wild card, 4 in the DS, 3 in the CS. We've trailed for 2 innings.
Literally
I don't
didn't
see
trail.
any need to
solid
switch out of
stat.
line.
Literally
Is that
didn't.
true, Jeff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Like we didn't trail. Yeah,
And
exactly.
even
And-
tonight's game, we lost, but we lost on the
Yeah.
on a walk.
I was gonna say we are focusing a ton on what you need something from producer
just
Jeff?
grab my iPad and you can look up this. stuff.
Producer Jeff, will you grab the iPad? But while Jeff's doing that, listen. The last podcast we filmed was before the playoffs started.
Correct.
We have not expressed just how we've spent just hours upon hours together watching Phillies games.
Dude.
And let's just take time to appreciate
All the
what
Phillies,
the Phillies have
majesty.
done.
I agree.
Like,
Bring it here, Jeff. Bring it here real fast.
We've watched.
Listen,
We've watched. Did we watch every single game at my house?
I didn't watch
I
a lot
think-
of the Brave. I didn't watch any of the Brave series. I was.
I
That's
watched.
Yes,
why
you
we
watched-
did.
you
You
well.
watched,
awesome.
game 1 and 2.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I was
Remember-
sick. Remember?
You were
You
at our
didn't
house
watch
when they
the
lost, right?
No.
Michael Harris catch?
I was sick. I didn't even watch that at
You
all.
literally watched the Michael Harris catch.
Oh,
No,
that's-
that
I
was
did not.
David. David was here. At our house.
But yes.
Yeah, just be
And,
ready.
I mean, at some point,
What did you
Jim.
do? Oh, this is the bottom.
At some point, Jim. Do you guys? I don't know if you watched last episode,
Oh yeah. Let's get on to this.
but do you happen, Jim?
Ian's not leading
question
anymore.
for you, Jim.
Yeah.
And Jeff, you can maybe chime in on this.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
think
happen
Jeff-
to remember? Let's just go through and see who picked to win. Okay. Oh wait, that says that Ian and Jake picked the Braves.
To beat the Phillies in the NLCS, he said 4 games. He said 5. Listen. Hold on. Let me just tighten this.
Tighten it because it helps you talk better.
Yes, I'm about to go off.
Jim's.
Listen. What did
We were accused of being homers.
What did I say? What did I say? Will, what did I say? How many games did I say?
Put that hat down.
How many
over your
ga-
face.
how many games did
Don't
I
let them
say?
see their face. Hold on, Jim. Let me check. I believe you said.
Right here.
Oh yeah, that's right. 4, Jim.
Phillies in 4. I said Phillies in 4. I said it's going to happen the exact same way it happened last year. I said we're going to take one in Atlanta, game 1. We're going to lose game 2. And we're going to come home to Citizens Bank Park. And
It's all right, Jim.
we're going to dominate.
It's okay.
We are going to dominate. And these two
okay.
guys sitting here going, I don't know. It's the Braves.
You know what it is? Listen,
I don't know, Jim. I don't know, Will. I don't know, They're going to struggle against this Braves lineup. Who did? Jack Squat.
Tell them.
Jack Squat. I don't want to hear. Listen, I don't even care if they lose to the Diamondbacks. What I'm so happy about.
Jeff, can we get a
Listen, what I'm so happy about is that I don't have to hear the 104 win Braves with Ronald Acuna and Matt Olson. Oh my goodness, they have 5 people with 30 plus home runs. Where was it?
Are you
They had
disrespecting?
2 homers.
By the way,
Are you
Chris Farley came
disrespecting my
back.
well-predicted World Series MVP?
Hey!
Yes. Listen,
We're gonna talk about
Austin
well
Riley
predicted.
and Travis
The Twins
Darno
sweeping the Astros.
was well predicted. But listen, Braves, I'm so glad you're gone.
I am too.
Me too.
Good job,
Are you good?
Are you done? Are you going
Okay.
to speak on this?
Speak on it.
I
Will.
mean, I
Does
feel
he even
like
have
Jim
to?
spoke through both of us.
Okay.
We believed and you didn't.
Enough
I
of
just
Jim's
wanna-
terrible
I
predictions.
just want to hear.
All my predictions except for one. I overestimated the Tampa Bay Rays, but all of my predictions have come true. Every single one.
MLB wise.
MLB wise, except for the Orioles. I had the Orioles.
They're the Rays.
I thought. Well, hold on. Here, I thought the Rangers were going to lose
Hold
to the
on.
Rays.
I am only left with the Phillies right now.
I have.
Ride or die.
I have Houston
point.
beating the Rangers, but I tend to Houston would win.
Come on!
Jim,
What?
I thought he picked Stott to be his MVP.
I did.
He picked
3
Turner.
homers.
Dude,
Well,
by the
I
way,
think only 2 people
By
hit
the
homers.
freaking way. Me picking Stott, and then he comes out and hits a grand slam.
That was pretty great.
That was like
I had faith in the Phillies.
I was like hardcore. I was
Yeah.
like hardcore. Stott's gonna do it this time,
Didn't
and
I
then
have the
hasn't done
Didn't
anything
I have the
since then.
Diamondbacks beating the Dodgers though, or did I have the
no.
Dodgers winning?
I believe you had the.
You had the Dodgers
Ah, dang it!
in 5.
I was gonna say you had a lot of faith in the Diamondbacks. At the beginning of the
I
game,
said
Probably still
they're
does.
going to
Jeff's
beat
got
the
something.
Brewers.
if we're scared of the Phillies right now, they lead teams in the playoffs with 77 hits. They lead in doubles with 20. They lead in home runs with 19. And RBIs they lead with 46.
I got another stat for you,
Yes.
Jeff. Another stat for Jeff. The Phillies have hit more home runs than runs allowed against them.
Still, they only
Even
allowed
after
2
this
tonight.
game, which
they
is-
only allowed 2 tonight.
I believe it was 19-13.
Yes,
At
and
that
now it's
point, and now it's
19-15.
19-15, and they're still leading.
They're still leading
and
by 4.
Maybe that was a downside of tonight's game because clearly they were just relying on their home run and trying to swing. Jake, are you?
It's full.
All right, hey, let's run this podcast. But I would say that I think maybe they were kind of relying on the home run game a little too much tonight.
Yes.
Maybe
They were swinging
because
out of their shoes.
every single swing was like, okay, I'm trying to hit this out of the
What are
park.
you doing?
But yeah, it's easy to like get completely absorbed in this loss.
Yes.
But we're fine.
We're good.
And we've had so much good out of the playoffs so far that it's like I'm doing the same thing with the Eagles. Try not to get too low on the lows, but I will go so high on the highs and just ride with it and see what happens.
Listen, I literally said at the beginning of the playoffs, people who are scared of the Marlins, if you're scared of the Marlins, how do you think we're going to, you know what I mean?
It
Like,
gets
there's no
worse
way
than
you're
the
going to beat the
Marlins.
Braves.
Yeah, it gets
and
worse.
if you didn't think we were going to beat the Braves, and then we beat the Braves, how do you think we're going to lose to the Diamondbacks? Unless they have an unbelievable collapse.
No, I haven't once thought we were going to lose to the
Whatever.
Diamondbacks.
But if you think we're going to lose to the... It's like the people who are like, I'm scared of Zach Gallen. You're scared of Zach Gallen.
You literally
He said
just
he was
said
scared.
You were
I
concerned.
literally
Game
just
five,
said
because we have
if
to
I
play
had
Zach
one
Gallen.
concern,
Fight
it's
it
the
out.
fact that Zach... I said, but we hit him well.
I never heard.
But
you
I'm
say
saying is going into game 1, people were saying they were terrified of Zach
that.
Gallen.
I need to rewind and go
Literally-
see if you actually said that.
Producer Jeff, did I not say that?
Can you confirm?
I said I don't have any concerns, but if I do have one concern, if I had to pick one, it would be that Zach
Producer
Gallen.
Jeff wasn't listening.
Yeah, producer
Yeah.
Jeff
I think you said that your one concern is
might be Zach Gallen.
No,
Zach Gallen
is.
is
Zach Gallen.
In
is
game
Zach Gallen
5.
in game 5. Not concerned. I'm just saying that you literally get us
Yes,
to Zach Gallen in game
I
5.
don't think you're saying you're afraid, but like,
That's my.
it's
If I
just
had to
you
say a
have
concern.
have a concern.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That, I love producer
Oh,
Jeff.
he's got a
Everyone
soft
give
side for
producer Jeff a hand.
Stop.
I know.
No.
Yes.
Stop.
Producer Jeff
We
is
still
the
love
best.
you, Jeff.
Okay,
I'm giving him a hand.
in running this
I know. I'm saying he
podcast,
shouldn't give you a
I have to
hand.
come up with
I
some
meant don't, but I still love him.
I have to transition
I don't understand.
smoothly. I have to transition smoothly. So since we're so high on Jim's predictions right now, let's move to his NFL one of Tua being not that guy.
We're gonna
wait.
see Sunday night.
Well, wait. We
But-
covered this, right?
We're not gonna see Sunday night. We're
He's
already
covering his
7
second
weeks
prediction.
in,
Yeah.
and he's going off.
Right?
We're not gonna see.
He's not.
But-
like-
We already saw.
Okay.
it.
I had
wait.
this great smooth transition
Oh,
this whole
you're
time.
right.
Oh, well,
We ruined
you're
it.
supposed to lead. This is kind of like. Hold on. This is
Do you
kind
know
of
what
like
I was
Tua's
doing
season.
while you were going off gloating about yourself?
Coming up
I
with a
came up
smooth
with a
transition.
beautiful transition.
And I
you
ruined
Well,
it.
guess
ruined
what?
it.
Guess
I
what?
was-
You
know
completely
You know why
ruined
he
it.
ruined it? Because you said that the Braves are going to win in 5.
And you're wearing
It's not
Will's
like-
hat,
I
not
know,
even
well,
yours.
listen, my
Yeah.
hat's over
All right,
there. It
yeah.
wasn't
Exactly.
working.
Sorry.
So
I won't
you don't
interrupt.
even get
I
to
won't
get me
interrupt
upset.
again.
Well, anyway.
I promise I won't
Speaking
interrupt.
of Tua and
ever
blah,
again.
blah, blah.
That was the last
The
time
Eagles
I'll interrupt
played-
you this time.
Sorry! He was about to pull up his headphones they didn't even have.
All right,
So the Eagles actually play Tua Sunday night. And the
In their
Eagles are a
Kelly
whole different
Greens.
story for me. They just came off a pretty bad loss also.
Pretty bad.
But
pretty bad.
other than the
Other than
opposite
other than
of the Phillies, opposite of the Phillies, their offense has not been playing good. So, I just want to hear what each of you have to say about the Eagles.
Who's starting? Jake?
Jake can start.
Jeff, keep an eye on that camera.
I think they're gonna lose Sunday night.
Well, that means they're going to win.
Go. I need an explanation.
I think they're gonna lose because their offense hasn't been playing good. Darius Slay and
Jeff.
Jalen Carter. I don't
give
know what
us
their
a
status is
comment
right
for you.
now. They missed last game.
They both were limited at practice
Their
yesterday.
Darius Slay and James Bradbury have not been able to guard anyone. It
Yes.
seems like.
That's fair.
And they have Tyreek Hill, who goes off for like 250,000 yards per game.
Wait, Jake, who's throwing him the ball?
Tua Tagovailoa.
Wait, who's putting it in the right spots?
Tua Tagovailoa.
Wait, who's throwing it on time?
Tua Tagovailoa.
Do I get to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would. Okay, go.
Who are the two people who are like, the Braves, they have Acuna and Olsen. Screw
Hold on, wait,
Tua,
wait, I just
screw
wanna- I
Tua
wanna butt in one
Tagovailoa
minute. I wanna
and
butt in 1
Tyreek
minute.
Hill.
I want to butt in 1 minute.
Screw them. They're
We
not.
actually,
He's leading this pod. Let him go.
Listen, Did we kind of just owned up to our bad one?
No, you
cannot
didn't.
own up to it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know
You're
why?
done.
You know
Wait,
why it's easy
let him
to
own
own
up
up
to
for
it.
you? You
Go.
know why? You know why? Because the Braves are done. The NFL season is young. It is not
Wait,
progressed
okay,
enough
so
yet.
then you're sticking with it.
I'm sticking with it. I don't. Okay, let's say I'll just say right now. I'll say right now.
Tell me
You
he's
can
not
come
the
up with
guy.
a. You can. I will run around Northeast 5 times in boxers.
Write that down, Jeffrey.
Write that
Write that
down
down.
immediately.
Write that down.
If what?
If
Wait,
The Dolphins
if-
make the playoffs?
no, they're gonna make the playoffs.
You said they always fall off.
wait. You're not. You can't do that. You'll get arrested. You gotta do something you can actually do.
in shorts because
You
it'll be
no,
cold.
you will do
It'll be January.
Jim,
Sure,
you'll do
Lance.
100
I
push-ups
can't
on this.
do 100 push-ups.
However long it takes.
I can't do 100 push-ups.
Okay,
However long it
50?
takes.
No, that's
If it
not
takes all
fun.
day.
50.
No,
right
I
here.
said running around
You will
Northeast
get
in my-
arrested. I
No,
want something
okay,
you'll actually
shorts
do.
with
in
no
my-
shirt. Shorts with
Shorts
no
with no
shirt.
shirt.
Okay.
In the
Flip
cold.
flops.
In the
And
cold.
flip-flops.
Yes.
Hold up. Like December. In December.
I will
Well,
walk.
it will be because it's the end of the season.
Let him hear it.
Flip flops, shorts, and no
If
shirt.
Tua turns
They
into
have-
God, I haven't even heard what his prediction is.
They have to make it to at least the championship game.
Oh my god. Oh, that's,
Listen, if it's
That's not
if it-
Tua.
If it's Tua and it's Tyreek and it's Waddle, why is it so hard to make it to the championship game?
That's
Listen,
fair. That's
no,
fair.
no,
Why
do you
is
know
it
what's
so
fair?
hard?
That's
Listen,
fair.
do you know
But
what's
you,
fair?
hold on. Yeah, how not? If the
Alright,
Bills
listen.
don't make it,
No,
you'll
that's
say
a-
Josh Allen is
Jake,
nothing.
That's
But
a big payback.
Quiet.
So if he gets it wrong, that's a fair.
Okay,
That's
it's
fair.
a, okay,
Times
it's a fair
around
bet.
Northeast.
Yeah, it's a fair
Listen,
bet.
Matthew Stafford was the guy, right?
He won a Super Bowl.
No, listen, he was the guy, right?
Right.
Did he ever make it to a championship game with the Lions?
No.
Because he never had a defense, right?
Oh my gosh, they have Jalen Ramsey on their defense.
Okay.
They have Bradley Chubb
listen,
on their defense.
wait,
listen.
Jalen Ramsey's not
Bradley
good.
Chubb is not him.
Jalen Ramsey's been hurt the whole flipping year.
Yeah,
to
Chubb's a
start.
little overrated.
And second of all,
Yeah.
their defense doesn't affect Tua being the guy. He can still be the guy with a terrible defense and not make the
I
playoffs.
said I will run around Northeast 5 times if they make it to the championship
That's
series.
exactly, that's what I
Listen,
said.
hold on. If you guys would have said if the Braves beat the Phillies, then you would have. I would have taken that bet right away. But I literally say all he has to do with the most immaculate offense
I
and
think
him
it's fair.
being the greatest, all he has to do is make it to the championship series. He's better than Josh Allen, right?
No.
Oh, you said he was better than Josh Allen.
No, I did not.
He's better than Justin Herbert.
I say we know that by the end of the season.
And they're the same.
He's better than Justin
They're the
Herbert,
same.
is what you guys said. So
Producers
I don't
say.
see why saying that
Who
if they
said
make
that he
it to
was
the
better than
championship
Justin
series, Jeff.
Okay.
Oh, what?
What?
If
So why are
they
you
make
putting
it
that
to
on
the
us?
championship series,
Okay, that's a
Championship
bet,
game.
but that doesn't change whether Tua is the guy or not. In my opinion.
okay, that's fine.
When
Okay,
will we know
well,
but
that?
I'm
what we're
saying that's the
arguing.
bet. I put the bet out
Question.
there.
I have a question.
Hold on,
I
what?
have a question, real quick. Answer this question.
Okay.
If that doesn't happen, Tua's not the guy. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly my
Hold
point.
on,
That's
hold
what I'm
on,
driving
hold
at.
on.
Answer the question.
Yes. Because if Josh Allen doesn't make it to the championship, everyone says that. He's not the guy. If any other quarterback doesn't make it to the championship game or a Super Bowl,
Not
it's
true.
automatically he's not the
I
guy.
disagree.
No, not true.
Literally, people were saying that if Joe Burrow didn't win 2
They
games this
still
year,
say
and they said,
Justin
I don't know
Herbert
if
is
he's
the
that
guy.
good.
They still say Justin Herbert's the
No,
guy.
but everyone knows that he's not.
yes, yes.
Don't you
Yes.
think Herbert's better than Tua?
Yeah, but he hasn't done anything.
But
He's still the guy.
What do you mean, the guy?
for the Chargers?
Is he better than Josh? Yeah. Okay, you're
Yes,
sticking.
he's-
You're
yes,
sticking
he's
with
better
Justin
than Josh
Herbert.
Allen. I'd pick him over Josh
I
Allen.
think I would too.
Yo,
In
listen.
Tua, honestly, I don't know over Josh Allen.
That's what I'm
As
saying.
of right
is.
now.
But
Hold up,
everyone's
let me-
saying
let me
he's
give
the
mine.
greatest quarterback of all
No,
time.
no,
that's exaggerated.
I said he's not all that, and he's not
Listen,
as
I
good
will
as you guys
quote
said he is.
You said he's not the guy, and Will said for the Dolphins, and you said for any team.
for any team. Yes.
Oh, that's
He's
just
not
wrong.
the guy.
So you're
All right,
telling
go,
me,
Jeff.
so that's telling me that you would pick that many quarterbacks over Tua Tagovailoa.
Yes.
Who's better than Tua right now?
All right, if you put Tua with anyone else,
All right,
He's
can
not-
you name
he's
all
not
the
any
quarterbacks
good.
that you have above Tua? Like, just so that we have an idea, because I don't care to argue anymore.
Is Tua in the top 10 quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Right now,
Yes.
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 Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he is. But he is not top 5. He's not top 6.
Right now, he is. Right now, like right now in the season, this season, he is.
I mean, I think that's.
Maybe not. You're going. You might
Just
be going
this
off.
season?
Yes.
All right, fine. Then he's in the top 5
Our
because Hurts
predictions
hasn't
were
played
for
well
this season.
and Joe Burrow hasn't. Okay, but I said before the season, did you think that Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts are going to play as bad as they have? No.
What?
Okay. If they play as well as they have, is he in the top 5?
I still didn't say that Tua wasn't the guy for any football team.
gosh.
Mahomes is obviously the best, and then it's like Hurts, and then it's Herbert.
This season, though.
No.
This season, though, I would put.
Herbert is better than Tua and Josh Allen because Herbert is that good and he just got screwed over by his coach every one of these years.
And Josh Allen is better than Tua.
No,
right now. Josh Allen is better than Tua.
Right now?
Right now, Josh Allen is better than Tua.
Josh Allen turns the ball over.
I would think I
way
can't trust
Josh Allen is better than Tua.
I can't trust Josh Allen.
I say if Josh Allen was in Tua's position on the Dolphins, then I think Josh Allen would be doing better than Tua is right now.
I agree,
But
100%.
I think Tua's doing better right now because of the guys he has around us. Josh Allen is not as good as Tua right now because he's on the Bills.
I want to put this out there.
It's between the Bills and the Dolphins, not between.
I don't know whether that's true because Josh Allen gets way too just throwing the ball all over the place, turning the ball over. Tua does not do that like Josh Allen does. Tua has way better accuracy than Josh Allen.
I think like I said, I can't trust Josh Allen.
I don't understand how you could trust Tua though.
Listen,
He got hurt last year and came back and was horrible.
I just want to say this. I'm not putting it up there that Tua is MVP. I'm just saying that he is the guy for the Dolphins, and for.
Okay,
There
hold
is
on, hold
no
on.
quarterback
I
debate.
said he
You
is
said
not
he's
the
not
guy.
for any NFL
Okay,
team.
but you guys. Okay, you saying I'm just saying he's a good guy for the Dolphins.
I'll say-
but if a better quarterback comes up next year and they don't make it to the playoffs, it's going to be because of Tua.
So do you think the
No.
Dolphins right now,
I
it'd
think-
be
If
they
smart
miss the
for
playoffs,
them?
it's because of their
It would be
defense.
smart for them to draft a quarterback
At this very
outside
second
of
right
Caleb
now?
Williams.
No.
Outside of Caleb Williams.
No.
But that's then, unless you get.
But I'm not saying maybe
Right
I
now,
was
their
a little
defense
too
is horrible.
harsh.
Their
Maybe I
defense
was
is
a little
horrible.
bit too harsh saying any team. But what I meant is, if you go to the top 10 teams in the league, they're not giving up their quarterback for Tua Tagovailoa.
Okay, I'm gonna just name quarterbacks.
If the Dolphins were going to any other team in the top 10, they would be giving up that for their quarterback.
Okay,
I think
for Tua Tagovailoa.
only for Mahomes or
I'm,
Hurts.
I'm gonna name team. I'm
I
gonna
think-
name
I
players.
think-
Mahomes,
Better.
Hurts. Just all right,
This
listen,
year
you say take
or
'em.
overall?
Just say take them if you want them.
This year or overall?
I mean,
Overall.
Okay, all right.
Overall.
I think it's
All right. Overall.
this
All right.
year to be. All right.
Okay.
Herbert.
Take them. I'm taking Herbert over Tua.
Over Tua.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're taking that
I'm
quarterback.
taking
Josh
Mahomes.
Allen.
I'm taking Hurts. I'm taking Herbert. I'm taking Josh Allen.
Lamar Jackson.
No.
Jay, I think I'm taking
That's
Trevor
good.
Lawrence over Josh Allen, maybe.
You taking Trevor Lawrence over Tua?
Oh.
I think I'm taking Trevor Lawrence over Josh
No,
Allen, but not
no,
I'm not
no.
taking Trevor Lawrence over Tua.
I'm not either.
It's close though. It's closer than Jackson.
I think
Joe
we're
Burrow?
all a little on.
Kirk
Kirk
Cousins.
I think we're
Yes.
all a little on the
I'm
side
taking-
of trying to.
I'm taking
I think we're
Tua
all a
over
little too much on the side of trying to prove our point. But I think if we really thought about it,
We're all on the same page.
I think if we really thought about it, Allen, Herbert, and Tua, they're all lit. And Trevor
I'm
Lawrence.
not taking
I
him
think
over
they're-
Burrow. Are you taking him over Burrow?
Yes.
Who?
You're taking Tua Tagovailoa over Joe Burrow.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
No,
Burrow,
you're not.
I think, is just a little scared right now.
Joe Burrow is
Joe Burrow does not have an offensive
Jeff, he
line.
literally took him to
I
the
know that
Super
he
Bowl.
took him to the
Joe
Super Bowl.
Burrow
I've
does not
never
have an
really
offensive
been
line.
Impressed with Joe Burrow.
Joe
Why?
Burrow does not have an offensive line. If you're going to make the defense excuse for Tua, you have to make
You're
the
just
offensive
making-
line
I
excuse.
I think
for
I'm
he's
Tua.
only
playing
making
scared.
the defense excuse for making it to the championship game. I'm not making it for Tua. I'm just saying Tua can still be the guy
Yeah.
for them. and
Okay,
not
but
make the
look
championship
what
game.
he just said. Joe Burrow went to the championship game,
Listen,
to
it's
the
'cause he's
Super
a-
Bowl, right?
It's because he was a hater and wanted the Chiefs to beat him.
Okay,
Okay.
right.
Question.
Yes.
It's not. I honestly would take
He
Tua
thinks-
over Joe Burrow.
Okay. Well, then
Question.
you just be
So
quiet.
what would Tua have to do for him to be, in your eyes, better than Josh Allen? Or is it what would Josh Allen have to do?
I don't think
what
it's-
would Tua have to do to put him up there?
If Tua gets to the Super Bowl this year, if Tua goes further than Josh Allen, then I'll say yeah. I just watched Tua
How could
and
that
I just
game
don't.
end up? Could they end up playing each other?
They played each other, and guess who won?
The better defense.
No, Josh Allen does like the Bills' defense isn't like world beaters.
It's a lot darn better than the Dolphins defense.
Listen,
No, but
listen,
that's what
listen
it
to
is
me,
then.
listen to
Okay,
me.
so then that's
Jalen
good. We'll have a
Ramsey
point.
I don't
He's
even
hurt
know if
this
he's
whole
played
year.
it.
He's been hurt
Bradley
this whole
Chubb
year.
is not been it since he came over from the Broncos. And who do they have left?
But they're not. They don't have the worst defense in the league.
I know, but it's not good.
Okay, but I
Jeff, look up
said.
the defensive rankings for this year so
Yeah.
far.
Listen,
See if they come up with the right rankings or whatever. But
It's really cool that we're capable of doing that.
I just,
I just
I'm,
thought about
I'm
that.
not trying to turn this argument into whether
I
Tua
just feel like
is better
I
than
made
these
a
other
bet,
quarterbacks.
and you guys are trying to make it. You
No,
guys
I
are trying
think
to
that's a
back
fair
out
bet.
of it.
No, I don't
think
think
so
it's
too,
a
Well,
right?
fair
wait, what do
bet.
we have? What do we?
Can I
we
clear
get
myself?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I just don't think
what
we
We
get
get
back
you
out.
saying that he's better than Josh Allen. That's what we get.
No, you get
No.
me running around Northeast 5 times.
Oh, true.
Walking
That's
around
way better.
Northeast 5 times.
I think
I
what our thing is with the bet is brushing it off is because where like Jake and I, and I'm guessing Will, if he was on our side, are coming from is that Tua is the guy, not that the Dolphins are the team. Like you're
Okay.
taking it as the Dolphins going to the championship game. Like I don't
Literally-
think that has anything to do
Hold
with
up.
Literally,
Tua
the
being-
Hold up.
team scored 70 points, and you guys said Tua's the guy, and that means that his team can get anywhere. See, people don't make these things for Josh Allen. They don't make them for Joe Burrow. They
They've
don't
been
make them
hyping
for
up
Patrick.
Josh Allen for so long.
No, it's all.
Yes,
it's,
yes,
Josh
no, they have,
Allen
they did.
has
Josh
the big
Allen
end of
is the most
thing.
overrated
Josh-
QB of all time.
He
Not stop.
absolutely is not.
Yes, I think he
He
is.
got
No.
so
He
I think
is
Josh Allen
overrated.
They
is.
put him with Mahomes. They have had
They
him
don't
on Mahomes.
anymore. They did
Yeah,
2
because
years
they've proven
ago.
that he's
This
not the
year.
guy.
2 years ago.
No,
They don't
this
do it this
year.
year.
Yeah,
They
they
have
do
not
it.
put him on
They
this
did
level.
do it this year.
every
They
year.
have not put him on this.
I
Exactly.
agree.
They have
Just
not-
this year.
they-
Just this year.
But
They did
last year was his first big year. He had a great year the year before. He was excellent. He had a Tua Tagovailoa year the year before. He was good. He does not good last year. He gave up a lot of. He turned the ball over a lot last year. Yes, but he was very good the year before that, and he was really good the first half of the year last year.
Was he? Was he?
I
on
think that's a
Mahomes?
good point.
Is he
I think that's a
Mahomes?
solid point.
Was
He
at
was
the same
Mahomes level the year before and half of the year
Are
last
we just
year.
too fast to jump on like someone that's
I
being
think
praised?
so.
nonstop?
I'm saying
the
is
final
Tua-
thing I'm gonna say is, I don't think Tua takes the Dolphins to the championship game by himself.
Okay, last thing I have
That's
to
why I
ask.
don't think
think
it's
he
a
You
fair
tell me
bet.
if this
quarterback
is fair.
is,
Last
other than
thing I have to
Brady.
ask. It doesn't need to be a long answer. So if Josh Allen was on Mahomes' level, then was it fair to put like? So we're saying that Tua is not the guy if he doesn't take him to the championship game. Well, then is it fair to say that Josh Allen isn't the guy because he didn't take him to the Super Bowl?
Everyone says that right now. Everyone's questioning Josh Allen. You literally just said he's the most overrated quarterback
Yeah, but the last
of all
Exactly.
time.
But all those
You're
years that
not
he didn't
saying
make it,
that
they were still
Yeah.
putting him up.
about Josh. You're not saying that about Tua. You literally give him excuse, but Josh Allen doesn't get there because his defense wasn't very
Well,
good.
Tua is just now good. The same
He was
excuse.
good last year.
His defense was
He
good.
started.
though.
He started the year last year,
And they
the
got knocked
same
out twice.
way. What I'm saying is everyone was
True.
on the Dolphins.
So many good points being made.
Saying he was on the Dolphins, and everyone said last year the Dolphins are it. They're undefeated. They're looking good, and then he got hurt, which he gets hurt a lot. And that's not on him. That's not his fault. But then he coming back from that injury and did not look good. And then this year, they started really hot, which they're prone to do because they have Tyreek Hill and they have Tua Tagovailoa and they have Jalen Waddle. And then they slowed down. And it's what's going to happen. Tyreek Hill, by the end of the year, is going to be dead tired.
Okay.
Tua
what I'm saying
is gonna have at least
'cause
one
you have
injury
Josh
this
Allen-
year.
We had Josh Allen here and we had Tua here. So if he can make it
Right
to the
now,
championship game, then why couldn't
Mahomes,
Allen make it
Hurts,
to the Super Bowl?
Burrow, Josh Allen, Herbert.
I'm just saying, these last few years, maybe not this year, they were so stinking high on Josh Allen.
Yes.
And he never made it to the
Okay.
Super Bowl, which
And he-
would have been
and
fair
that
for
bumps
if
him-
you're putting Tua at the championship game.
Right, and I put
Okay,
him
that's
up
what I'm
there with
asking.
Mahomes. I put him up there with Mahomes, correct? That's what I did. I had him up number 2 with Mahomes. Now he's number 4 because he didn't get done. And Hurts did and Burrow did. So they're better than him. Tua has not done anything. He does not deserve to be put above Josh Allen right now.
Right now, yes, he does.
No.
Because of this year.
But Josh
And they
Allen
are-
has
you're the
been
Josh
good
Allen?
this year too.
Not as good as
Jeff,
stat-wise.
how
I
many,
don't think so.
how many turnovers does Josh Allen have this year?
I think, okay, so there we go. So then we have an official bet placed.
If you're telling me Herbert and Tua are on the same level, I'll agree with that. Because Herbert hasn't won anything either.
To be honest, like if I'm picking between the two, I'm probably picking Herbert. But I'm probably picking Tua over Josh Allen.
I think I agree with that. But
I don't
I
agree with that.
I agree with a lot of what you're
I
saying.
don't have
I
the
don't agree
trust.
with
I think
that.
it's fair of a lot of what you're
Josh
saying.
Allen has 6 interceptions this year.
How many fumbles?
Doesn't show.
Does it say TO for turnovers?
No, it just says INT.
How many does Tua have?
Just type in turnovers.
He probably doesn't have that many. I don't think he has that many.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't
I
turn
don't
the
think
ball
so.
over very often.
I
Well,
think
that's
that's the
why-
thing. Like that's the thing. Also with Hurts is like what I said before about trust in Josh Allen is like, yes, the Eagles are struggling, but I mean, like whatever. They just
Hurts
had a
is
rough
taking a
game.
step back.
Yes, but don't you feel like you can trust him in any situation?
I did, but
After last game,
after
no.
last game, it's rough because he had one good year and he started.
Lane
this year
Johnson
off
got
really-
hurt.
Okay, but Lane Johnson.
Okay, but
can
you
get
get
hurt.
used to playing behind Lane Johnson. I think that's fair.
True, but 3 interceptions against the Jets.
In the
Well,
fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Listen.
but the one
Alone.
interception wasn't even an interception.
Yeah.
Goddard literally caught it and it got
Okay,
hit out
but
of
the
his hand.
one he threw was
The last one.
atrocious.
Yeah, that was
How
terrible.
many does
of
Tua
course.
have?
He just threw it right to the
had 5 interceptions.
this
That's
year.
not
Had-
a ton more than that's.
No,
Had-
it's-
This year?
Has this year?
Has.
Holy cow!
And
Wouldn't have
there's
thought.
the same record as the Bills, aren't they? Or maybe the Bills have one more loss.
I think the Bills have one of those.
Yeah.
One other reason.
But the Dolphins and Bills played and did not. The
One
Bills
other
beat the
reason why I
Dolphins.
say Josh Allen is not him
They haven't played together.
because they just won 14-9 against the Giants,
Who did?
the Bills.
Yeah, but it's the NFL. That happens.
Yeah,
Like,
but then you have
that
to make
happens.
the same excuse for the Dolphins taking a step back after a 70-point game.
That's fine. I'm not. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, no,
It's
I'm-
about consistent steps back. Like the
Yeah.
Eagles, they were 5-0, but it was like they were a little nerve wracking.
Yeah.
And then they lost. It was like okay. Like last year, they were dominantly 5-0, 6-0, 7. You know what I mean? Like they were.
Yeah.
There was no questions.
Everyone take it. I know this podcast is morphed from the Phillies to a Tagovailoa.
We're taking all of our aggression about the Phillies losing to the Diamondbacks
know.
and putting it
I
into
feel
the
so good right now.
I feel way better.
And Josh Allen.
Okay,
Like, can we talk?
yes, I'm getting there. Yeah. So the Flyers also just made their home opener the other
Oh,
night,
they're playing right now.
and they are playing Edmonton
Hey,
right
Jeff.
now.
Jeff, look up the score.
Hey, Jeff, what's the score for the Flyers?
They're
That's
2-1,
like-
it's like our
correct?
series.
Jim?
Yeah.
They're 2-1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they started
lost.
out pretty well.
They lost. They won their season
The-
opener,
yes.
lost, and then won their.
Flyers are up 2-0.
Yeah, let's go.
Look at this.
2 shutouts at home.
Look at
Second
this.
period. That's
Who are we
nice.
looking at on the Flyers?
Listen, Igor Zamula, Bobby Brinker they call him.
You're gonna have to start saying these names in English, so I know who you're talking about.
Igor Zamula is a defenseman. Bobby Brink. You're looking at Cutter Gauthier, who's not playing right now, but he's a young guy. You're looking at Matvey Michkov, who's going to be coming over in 3 years. Carter Hart is still a top goalie. He's going to be a top goalie this year.
Is
they got-
Couturier running the C patch?
no, they haven't announced a captain
Really?
yet, but I imagine he will.
I guess you don't have to, right?
No.
Who else didn't have it? The Knights.
The Knights didn't have it for a while.
Someone didn't have a captain.
I don't think the
I don't
Detroit,
believe the Knights
the
did,
Detroit
unless I'm thinking
Red
of
Wings.
different
They
teams.
just got one. They named Stone as their.
So is
March?
the Flyers a very much so like
I have
anyone
my-
could take the top spot of like who's gonna be the like no one really knows at this point?
Couturier
Is that
is
fair?
still there. Lawton is pretty decent. Sandheim is good.
Konechny.
Travis Konechny. I would say Travis Konechny is
Travis
the best.
Konechny's way more of a bully than I thought he was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's
a-
not
like-
he's not a
he's-
captain. I don't like. People were saying he should be captain. He's not a captain. Like he's a more like let somebody else
He's an
lead and he'll
energy
just
guy, yeah.
yeah.
He'll get behind
I
the
would
captain.
say Coots would be a captain. Atkinson could be a captain.
You need him defending your captain.
Yeah. But you got a lot of young guys.
We should
that
go
are,
to a game.
Farabee.
We should go to a game.
Yeah, Farabee's looking good. Morgan Frost, I don't think is going to work out. I think he's going to be gone this year. He just kind of
Is he
is up and
defenseman?
down. No, he's an offenseman. He just-
We've had him for like
a few years.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah. There are a lot of young kids in the system that are really promising. I'm excited.
I'm
to watch
excited
them.
I'm excited to just watch. And
I
like,
know, I've
like,
actually watched a
Edmonton
couple.
tonight, though. They're playing Edmonton
Yeah, they're playing Connor Mc.
and Leon Draisaitl.
Yeah, I've actually like gotten a little interested. I haven't
Yeah.
watched full games, but I've watched parts of the different ones, and like, I don't know. I'm excited.
They're fast.
it's easy
Yeah,
to get
they
excited
are.
about the Flyers when the Sixers are not really anything to look forward to. I don't need to transition into the Sixers. I'm just saying. I will be watching the Flyers this year.
I'll be way more interested in the Sixers once the Clippers have Harden on their team.
That's a fair point. That's a transition?
Yeah, I guess-
Nothing
I
like
guess-
a smooth transition,
yeah.
like pointing it out.
I guess I have to watch the Sixers this year.
For the pod, you do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
Listen, I'll just say.
If Harden's not on the
I-
team, I'm
listen,
excited.
Last year, me with the Phillies last year was like, this is awesome. And then when they got in the playoffs, like, yeah, obviously this is amazing.
Yeah.
This year with the Phillies, just knowing that it's like, hey, the pod, whatever, like they're probably gonna do good. Like it helped, like being a part of the pod.
Yeah.
So I
The
think
Sixers, I can watch basketball. I'm not a big Embiid fan. Just like guy
that
wise,
blew my mind. We had this
I
conversation.
know. It actually blew mine
Just
too.
guy
I'm like,
wise, I don't love Joel Embiid.
I
think
get
he's-
like
he's-
that a lot sometimes.
I think he's.
but
I think he's.
most
The,
times
I
just
think
love it
honestly,
in me.
he's the opposite of Bryce Harper. I think I view him as the opposite
Like
of
he
Bryce Harper.
thinks he's
like
greater than.
I think he could be gone on a whim. If they are not making the playoffs. If they don't make the playoffs one year, I think he's like, I'm done. I don't want to play here.
Yeah, but he, as
I think
opposed to every other player on the Sixers,
Excuse
is
me.
the only one that has said
I'm a
about
big
Phillies.
Tyrese Maxey fan. I like Tyrese Maxey. I just don't like Embiid's
Yeah, but that's
energy.
just personality then, because
I just don't like his vibe.
Okay, I will
Embiid's-
say
don't-
this.
Maxey-
I think playing alongside Harden kind of hurt him.
Yeah.
Whenever
could not
Embiid-
agree with that more.
Whenever
That's very
Embiid
accurate.
was by himself, and whenever they were like on a roll or whatever, he looked like
Yeah.
he was just like all
That's
Philly.
so true.
He was everything Philly.
Right.
And then the ending of last year with Harden completely quitting on the team, and I feel like that weighed on Embiid, and he kind of just like
Did
he
the
knew
same
it was
thing.
over.
He
yeah, he
quit
ended
on the
up doing
team
the same
too.
too.
Yeah, he
And I
did that
think
the year before
you-
though too.
no, I
wouldn't
say
say
so.
that he quit on the team.
I wouldn't say
He-
last
I
year.
just
He
think
did.
that they
he
weren't.
broke his finger and had a eye
And he got
fracture,
elbowed in the
cheekbone fracture,
cheekbone.
whatever.
Yeah,
I think
that's
last
true.
year he gave it. Not last year. Prior to
2 years ago.
Yeah,
When
he
they
gave
had
it
Butler,
everything he
especially
had.
that year that they beat the Raptors, he was giving everything.
Dude,
Right.
that is why I think the Bucks are going to be the greatest super team. Okay, you made your Tua prediction. I'll make my prediction for the NBA season. The Bucks are going to be. It's hard to say they'll be better than the 2016 and whatever Warriors.
I was just
But
gonna say.
they're not really a super team.
Can they go
They kind of
74
grew
and 8?
themselves within. But the Bucks will be the greatest super team, and here's why. It's exactly what you said about Jimmy Butler and James Harden. Your top guys set the tone. And in a rare case like the Sixers, Maxey was still giving it all he had, even though the top guys. That's a rare trade-off. But the Bucks they have Giannis, who just literally wants to win. Middleton, who's probably going to be underrated by everyone that they face because you have to worry about Giannis and Lillard. And Lillard, like, literally all they care about is winning and just being the best that they could possibly be.
Right.
So if you have those guys leading you and they're as good as they are consistently, the Bucks are going to be
They're never-
the best super team.
They're
that,
never gonna lose a close game.
Yeah.
If you're
Like-
in the clutch, you give it to Lillard.
like
if
Giannis,
and
who is the arguably like the best,
I think he's
NBA
best
player
on the
of
planet.
not of all time yet. That's ridiculous to say. But like he just wants to win so bad. And then you got Lillard who hasn't won anything yet. And it's just has that dog in him, as they say.
That dog.
Yes.
And he's a
Yes. They are going to just murder the Sixers every time we face them. And they're going to
Lillard
murder
goes
every
and
team in
sits
the
on the
East.
court with
and
Giannis.
the Bucks are good in the East.
Just look at the bright side.
They're good in
Look
the
at the
East.
bright side. At least PJ Tucker still hits every corner. through.
Exactly. And he's getting more
No, but
opportunities.
I got like to piggyback off that. You put Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo in a pick and roll.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You either try and
And they
stop
could pick
that
their nose.
freight train heading straight for the rim, or you have to deal with Damian stinking Lillard. It's just
it's going to be unstoppable.
Giannis has the best motor in the NBA, and I don't think it's even close.
Dude, that
His want
takes,
to win is
like
crazy.
6
Yes.
steps down the court, charging at your soul.
Giannis,
And
but he just
posters
wants to
the
win
heck
so
out
Are
of
we
you.
so
becoming
bad.
Bucks fans?
Giannis is literally
Next
what
documentary,
everyone
is becoming a
disrespect.
Bucks fan.
Dude, what everyone has said about LeBron for years on end. Why don't you just drive the lane and dunk every time? It's like, because I can't do that. Giannis literally will drive the lane and dunk every time.
know.
Because he just is just so passionate and he just does not give
He
up
has
on
more-
anything. And he's the best player in the league. And I hate that Embiid isn't him.
I know.
And it's so frustrating. And I hate it because we're just gonna get murdered by the Bucks. And then it's like the Sixers season doesn't even matter. Because when has the regular season mattered for the Sixers? Never. Like
They're-
we're gonna go and we're gonna win the first
could
round.
you say-
Get to the second round and then we're gonna lose to the
Could-
Bucks.
4,
Not the Bucks.
5.
Because they're gonna be
Or they would count
the
for
Bucks
his
are
free
just gonna
throws.
live
Lillard has
in the
more than a
finals.
dog in him.
The Bucks are gonna-
Giannis has more than a dog in him.
The Bucks are gonna just
Giannis
live
has
in the
Giannis has
finals
a Mack truck
for the
in him.
next 5 years. It's just gonna be the Bucks.
So how, who, like Bryce Harper, I would say is comparable
To
to like
Giannis.
LeBron.
The drive?
just because
No.
just
Giannis
because-
has more of a drive than LeBron has.
No, but just because Harper, like from a young age, was like he's the chosen one. Like he was on Sports Illustrated at 16. Same with LeBron. Like they were like the chosen ones of their sport
Yeah.
and have lived up to it and lived up to it plus.
Yeah.
So like who is
More Mike Trout than Bryce Harper.
It's exactly what I was about
Who?
to say.
I already
LeBron.
thought of
Like
that.
LeBron and
No,
Bryce
'cause
Harper's
Mag-
more
like
try
Giannis.
hard. Bryce Harper tried. is
But-
more-
but-
no
Listen.
Mike Trout? No, I disagree with that wholeheartedly, and we can
because
get into
Trout
that.
hasn't won anything.
Listen,
But you still will say Trout is the best baseball player that you've ever seen.
That's starting to change. right
Okay,
now.
sure, but that is going to happen
Yes,
over
Trout-
years.
Trout is
But I'm
the best-
saying-
is the best
Okay,
baseball
well, I think
player
that's
I've
the point
ever seen.
Jeff's making, and I agree with him. In that case, in Harper, who, I mean, would you
But
guys agree that
the
he's
same
not super
expectations-
athletic? Is Harper
Who?
not super athletic?
Yes,
like
he's athletic.
He's
but
I
he's
know,
not,
but
like,
he's not even close to as
For
athletic
his-
as Trout is.
for his
Like,
No,
and
I would say
I
he's
think
just-
that like Harper and Giannis are so much alike because their will to win and their just absolute drive
Yes.
to dominate.
They are your way, but like he was saying, Harper was on the Sports Illustrated at 16.
Trout never had
and-
those
Yeah,
expectations.
Harper was the chosen one, like he said, and LeBron was the chosen one. They were
Yeah.
both the exact same and lived
Yeah.
up, like
And
it's-
they've
you
lived up
can't
to it.
compare
That's
I see
what
what
I
you're
was
saying.
saying. But Trout came into the league and people were like, "Oh, Trout's really good." But like Harper was hitting 500-yard bombs, foot bombs at like 15.
Yeah.
Like and everyone was saying this kid is the next face of baseball. He is
Yeah.
going to be the greatest baseball player of all time. He is the chosen one, literally the same as LeBron.
and it's happening.
And he's about to win his first ring.
But yeah, that's what I have to say about the Bucks. That's my official.
Yeah, my disappointing, like my
Prediction.
thing with the Sixers is like these last few years, I've been like actually into the Sixers, and I was really looking forward to the season. Watched most of their games, got into the playoffs. Like I really thought we were gonna beat the Celtics last year. This year, I just can't even like fathom what it'll be like if they can't get Harden off this team. Like
Is-
It's going to be a disaster.
We
It's gonna
don't
be a crap
have
show.
a shot. And Harden said himself, he's going to come. He's going to report to camp, which he has, and he's been there and hasn't been there, like whatever. And he said he's going to make it as uncomfortable as possible. Like we're trying to grow Maxey right now, right? Like having
saw
Harden is just going to be.
I saw somebody who said that, like, defending Harden, saying, like, he just has the drive to win. He just really wants
Ew.
to win.
Nah.
I hate that person.
And it's like, legitimately, no, he doesn't. Like, no, he doesn't.
He
Dude,
literally does not.
Does not.
All he cares about is himself
can
and his
be
money.
a dog when he is.
No, he
playing.
can't.
Never he will he can
can,
and never
though.
will be a dog. He might score 1,000 points, but that's the difference between guys like Giannis who won a ring and guys like Harden that you cannot underestimate, like Harper, the just drive to win and dominate and give it 110%.
If Harden
And
wanted
that
to
is what
win-
Harden and Embiid
If
lacked.
Harden
and that's
was
why they
really
haven't gotten
ring
past that
chasing
point.
and really wanted to win, he would have stuck with stinking KD and Kyrie and actually won something.
He's
Instead, he wanted to
abandoned
force his way
everywhere
out of
he's
there.
gone.
And he said he wanted to force his way out of there and come to Philly. Does nothing, virtually nothing, with the Sixers. Then he decides to sign his extension because you know why? Because he knows he's not worth it. He knows that he's not
Nobody
going to get
wanted
that
him.
money from anyone else, and then try and force his way out of here. It's just he does not care about winning a championship. All he cares about is himself and his money and what like. He went during our playoff
The
run. He
brand.
left the team to go and party in Vegas. You think Bryce Harper's doing that with in the Phillies in the playoffs? Any of the like that is the opposite of like caring to win and being with your teammate. Like
OBJ
I
did that with
can't
the
understand it.
Giants receivers. What was it? The night before the championship series, championship game.
Yeah, but that's not a good comparison because OBJ's doing really well now.
Well, not right now.
I feel bad because he got hurt.
He's not hurt right now.
I know. It's true.
Screw him.
Everyone's got. I hurt my leg too
Yeah.
playing sports.
I don't know.
Settle
Ian
down.
said that Lamar Jackson and OBJ were going to be really good together.
I did not. I said Lamar Jackson is
Jeff, what do
an
we have at
actually
time?
good quarterback.
Lamar Jackson
You
is
said he
pretty
was going to
good.
be really good because he had
Oh,
wide
mercy.
receivers now.
It's good. We did a fast
Lamar
podcast today,
Jackson.
too.
I've always really wanted to be good. What you said?
Ian said before the season that Lamar Jackson's going to be good because he actually has wide receivers now.
All right.
I mean, to be
ahead,
fair,
Jim.
he threw a deep bomb to Aguilar, and Aguilar went
deep
like
bomb.
this, and he did an Aguilar.
Zay Flowers running.
Aguilar's like running to us. He's coming. He's like,
Aguilar's like,
gives up on it.
I just love
and
when
to
the
be
ball
fair- Wow,
flies
that's
right
like
through
right
my
within
wing.
reach.
And to be fair, is that Lamar Jackson?
No.
Okay.
No, but
and
he's still not
and then
good.
I said because he would have receivers. Is Aguilar a receiver?
You're the one who said he would have receivers. In title only. In title only, really. Don't, I
My
mean,
gosh.
he does have Mark Andrews. I don't know. I don't know how to read Lamar because, like, he's
And J.K. Dobbins
Lamar's just
never
so-
gets hurt.
Like,
yeah, J.K. Dobbins is always healthy.
Dude,
right
we
there, ready
thought,
to go.
everyone thought the future of the NFL is running quarterbacks. Is it really?
No.
It's not.
Well,
It's
mobile
quarterbacks that
quarterbacks.
can run.
It
It's
was
mobile
okay, but it's
quarterbacks.
like literally coming away from that.
Not
gotta be
running
mobile.
Yeah, but
quarterbacks,
it's always
quarterbacks
been
that
mobile.
can run.
No.
No.
No, it hasn't.
Tom
No.
Brady was.
Anyone
Brady,
can move
Peyton
out of the
Manning.
pocket.
Tom Brady.
Not
No,
really.
no, it's honestly Hurts is the archetype.
Tom Brady
Really,
is
I
the
would say Joe
exception
Burrow.
to the rule, in
I would
my
say
opinion.
someone like Joe Burrow, where they're
Yeah.
not running too much.
Well, Mahomes.
But they have the ability. Yeah,
Mahomes
They
is the
have the
perfect
ability
example.
to get
Yeah,
out
but I
if
think
needed.
I think even back then, like I'm talking
Well, I
back
mean-
then, like Brady era, like Brady and Peyton Manning, really the only ones that weren't mobile.
Yeah,
Drew
Drew Brees
Brees.
wasn't. And
Yes,
Philip
he
Rivers, like,
Drew Brees
not
wasn't
really.
that
Drew Brees
mobile.
would go out of the pocket if he needed to. If
Okay, out of the pocket, but he's not
But that's
running.
what I'm saying.
But
That's
I'm
what
saying is
It's like
Mahomes could run for a first down. If it's like 2nd and 15 and the pocket breaks down, Mahomes can run
Yeah.
for that first down. Breeze isn't getting
But
that
it
first
is
down.
crazy
Yeah.
though, right? Like literally
Yeah.
everyone.
I would say
think
actually-
all of us thought that it was going to be
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson was the future.
The real
Prime
archetype,
example.
though, to be fair,
Anthony Richardson right now. Played 5 games, he was hurt 4 of them and couldn't return
Yeah.
3 of them. Because he's running.
he's a
way
running
too
quarterback.
much.
Yeah,
what I would say
Hurts
is
is
the best,
not
the
running
best example of a
anymore.
running quarterback though in the league is Daniel Jones. Who said it? What was his name? Who's the guy who he's a Hurts hater?
Chris Sims.
Chris Sims.
Oh,
Yes, Chris Sims.
Don't give him any attention.
Yeah, Chris
Don't
Sims.
give him any attention.
Listen.
He needs to get off Sunday night football and
All right, stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Pretend we just
I'd
buzzed
rather
his head and
see
he
more
fell
of
off the
Taylor
earth.
Swift than
I actually would too.
I would too.
Let's not give her
By
any
the
words.
way, speaking of Taylor Swift, Travis and Jason Kelsey were at the game, and
Yeah.
they talk about it on the Phillies game, and they talk about it on the podcast. And Travis Kelsey had some high praise for
There you go.
the Phillies.
By the way, New Heights, Travis Kelsey and Jason Kelsey, have us on.
Yeah, we'll be there.
You're welcome to come into the
Philly
basement.
podcast.
We're
Yeah.
Philly fans.
Yes,
And we're
Philly.
and we have a producer, and I don't
hey,
think.
Travis, we're all Swifties, right?
Yeah,
We have
I'm
100
feeling
Listen,
22.
we have 109 people that we could.
If you don't stop, we're not gonna get on New Heights podcast.
Pretend that you're a Swiftie.
We have
Right now.
109 people that we
you
could
will do
bring
your
over
makeup.
to your podcast. Think about
Yes,
that.
109.
Think
And
about
listen,
that. Maybe
and
110
And it's
after
right
this.
back. And it's right back. You can bring your 110 million right back.
Yes. Think about
We'll
that.
share.
Wait,
We'll
listen,
split 'em.
listen. Think about it.
Yes,
Think about it.
Yeah, you don't have to get back to us too quick because we don't have our set. We're still on
we
good
still
construction.
we need
so
to
like,
we got
We
time.
might even be able to come there. We'll figure it out.
yeah,
Well,
don't-
we could
no
Zoom
big
call.
deal.
Jeff, the
Do you think
producer.
they're like
Yeah,
We have-
like,
we have-
like
Jeff will set us up
considering
with
it? What?
Do you think is that what you're gonna say?
They're
Do
definitely
you think,
considering.
Oh, right.
But, like,
okay.
they're,
absolutely.
what is it called? New
Just let
Heights.
me-
New
Yeah.
Heights. Yeah.
Do you think like they're high in elevation when they do the podcast?
Jake,
Probably.
you better stop.
That's
Because you know
that's
what?
the kind of talk that's going to
We're
not
gonna-
get us on New Heights.
I'm actually gonna fight him. I will fight him.
Guys, just let me handle off close with Jason.
Okay.
Me and Jason
Okay.
are
Okay.
We'll let
All
Jeff.
right, Jeff's got
Jeff
it.
and Jason.
Hey, do you want to round out this
Your
podcast? real
uncle's
quick?
name is your
Stop.
brother's name is Jason.
Stop. Do it. Round
And
out this
there's
podcast
Travis
very
Round out.
smoothly,
New Heights,
like a
please.
bowling ball.
Also, Pat McAfee.
Okay, none of us are.
Heights. New Heights. New Heights.
No. If you want to, you can do it.
Heights, New Heights, New Heights.
Stop.
New Heights.
We're giving them so much
New
publicity
Heights,
for no
New
reason.
Heights,
They
New-
haven't even invited
Listen,
us.
I
on
love
it.
the podcast.
true.
Even if they
We
don't,
do too.
even if they don't invite us on, I love
Dude.
their podcast.
We have her Travis Kelsey right here. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go. Round it off.
Okay, so
Everyone look at you.
Heights, New
Phillies
Heights,
play
New
tomorrow and Saturday.
Maybe we'll do a
None-
bonus
all of us-
episode for the win tomorrow.
or a clincher to go to the World Series.
Work.
Or
Okay,
both.
so none of us are really.
Well, we'll be
'cause-
vlogging from 5 Points.
They won't just let you talk.
so none of us are really. Mute them right now. Jeff, mute both of them.
No, don't.
No!
Jeff,
we do it.
that's my
You never
bad.
bring something!
Jeff,
Do not!
don't
You're
you
gonna
dare.
mess them up!
Jeff, can you hear me? All right, so none of us are really concerned about the Phillies.
No.
Football, we don't really know what we are with the Eagles. We're just trusting because they're the Eagles.
Yeah.
Jim doesn't like to, and
I just don't-
hockey.
I
We're
like 'em.
excited. We're excited. I'm excited to
We're
start playing
excited.
hockey. I'm excited to start playing hockey. He said he might be filming hockey.
Yes.
Will got a new
Basketball, we don't know.
I have new skates that I haven't been able to use in like 40,000
phone. Move on.
billion days.
Move on.
Well-
Let's
Keep it rolling. This is the pick on Jake episode.
Go on.
And what'd you have to say?
There was one other thing.
Yes.
Every time
Well, you
I
want to
remember
like,
that it-
subscribe, and comment.
Listen,
Well, well,
listen.
well.
Every single episode, we do the high five.
Like, comment,
and
subscribe.
every single one of us say,
Like, comment, and subscribe. And comment and subscribe and like.
Oh, dude, hold up. At work today, I was thinking of something that I need. Also, to the
We're on the
viewers
end at the
out
end.
there, any video suggestions, competitions, we want to do competitions.
Mike's up.
Competition.
Different topics, please put them out there.
comment,
yes,
subscribe.
especially
Like, comment,
competitions,
subscribe.
like he said.
Yes.
Sports related.
Like, comment, subscribe.
And get us on New Heights.
Yes.
Thank you for watching.
Everyone
New
tag
Heights,
New Heights.
New Heights,
And
New Heights,
comment
New
for
Heights,
those two to
New
stop.
Heights.
Yes.
NEWHEITH.
Comment that you don't want Jim and Jake to keep
Good.
talking.
Good.